What are you fighting for? Family, friends, your life, education. Have you ever given up on something? What are your personal struggles or hardships? Have you ever lost at something? Ever been knocked down? Did you stay down or did you get up? Do other people's opinions of you cause you to react positively or negatively? Are you afraid of death or failure? Do you have goals and dreams? Are you currently pursuing them? Lastly, can you win at this game called life? You go open your eyes. Good afternoon. Clap it up for yourselves. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. So, I'm Derrick from Gent, and I'm excited to be your afternoon keynote speaker for Career Day 2018. My mission in life, thank you, is to inspire, motivate, empower, and help transform lives around the country, and I've been blessed to do that. So I want to start here and tell you something that's very important. You're going to hear this a lot throughout the next 20 to maybe 25 minutes. You are birthed with a purpose. You are destined for greatness, and you have a light that shines. And I want to explain that throughout my talk this afternoon. But I want you all first to tell me something. So I know you all love music, I heard you all jam to some of the tracks I had on. But what's some of the music you like? Say it loud, let me hear it. But if I play this song, y'all gotta jam with me, because you all are juniors and seniors. You got me? Come to the front, come to the front, come to the front, all three of y'all. Y'all gotta rock with me though. Have a story, but I want to share with you all my story. Can I do that? Yes. Oh yeah? All right. This one gets real. So there was a young man who was raised by his mother, and his mother was in an abusive relationship with his stepfather. He saw his mother get beat every day as a young boy. He one day tried to kill that stepfather, but he was stopped. He went to school every day smiling, like some of you all do, because he didn't want no one to understand what was going on at home. Also because he has siblings to protect. Who has siblings? Raise your hand. Almost everybody. So he didn't want nobody to come home and destroy the family he did have. But one day, right after Thanksgiving, just before Christmas, he asked his mom, I want to go live with my real dad, my biological father. I can't live with y'all no more. And I asked, can I call him? She said, call him. See if he really wants you. So guess what I did? I called him. And his name is Derrick too, and I said, Derrick, because I didn't really want to call him dad, I said, there's a lot going on in this house, can I come stay with you? And the day before Christmas, he came and gathered me to me to my grandparents' house. You would think life became a little bit better, but I still struggled, because now I'm living with a man I did not know. Haven't seen him for the past 7 years, but at 9, I moved with him in 1996. During that time, I struggled in school academically. I had horrible grades. I could not make friends. I didn't understand this thing of life. I didn't understand collaboration, what it means to sometimes look outside your family, look at other people to be a part of your family. They teach you all here at Hansberry. collaboration, work as a team, persistence, that regardless of the life you've been dealt, you still have to persist to overcome those obstacles, and reflection. That of the life that you live, you still have to think about that, but how do you not allow it to hold you back? I didn't understand those concepts as a young person. So I continued to live with this man. And although my needs were met, financially I was good, but I was lacking one thing, a father's love. I didn't feel like he loved me because he wasn't really there. He wasn't really present. So although things were great, but I felt ignored, I felt neglected, and I failed in school. My school was suffering because I needed support. I didn't think that I could get it from somebody outside my family. At that time, I thought family was my way to get it. So that young man didn't see a future for himself. How many of y'all in this room can relate to certain parts of that story? Raise your hand. How many of y'all know somebody that can relate to that story? So some of you all. So that boy, like I said in the story, was me. And I tell my story around the country, and mostly in Chicago because I'm from here. My story of collaboration, I had to look outside my family. But I share my story of neglect, failure, attempted suicide, looking for a father's love, hating school, having childhood friends murdered due to gun violence. I suffered with all those things. I dealt with those things. But something in me sparked and changed. I realized that the only thing in life I can control is how I respond to it. I can't control the things I'm dealt with. I can't control the family that I have. The only thing in life I can do is control how I respond to it. So, I'm your boy Derrick, from Chicago, the South Side, born in Englewood, raised in Auburn and Gresham, and I'm a graduate of CPS. But what about me made me want to change? I want to pursue something bigger. The name of this talk is called The Journey from C.P.R. to Pursue. So sometimes I realize that you all have to see in order to believe. So I want to show you all my third grade report card. And it took me many years to be transparent and sharing this. I'm going to stand in the back of the room because I want you all to really understand what you're about to see. This is my third grade report card from 95, 96. Because I did not believe that I was birthed with a purpose and destined for greatness. These are the grades I received. Let's look closely. What y'all see? C's, D's, F's. That was third grade. I didn't believe I failed third grade because I did not believe in myself. It was so bad that because I kept not believing that I have a purpose, that I have a greatness, that I have a light, I continue to struggle. Third grade the second time. Look at the grades, a little bit better. You see some C's, some A's, some B's, but let's look a little bit closer. I was reading and fundamentally behind 2 to 3 grades in third grade for the second time, reading on a first grade level. They said, Derrick, you're not going to do anything. These were the things I was being told at family, people in my school, my so-called friends. They sent me back to summer school again. So I made it out. I made it to 4th grade, made it to 5th grade, made it to 6th, made it to 7th, but barely made it out of 8th grade because in elementary, my life was just horrible. So back in in the early 2000s, 2002, they had a thing, we had to pass the state nines test, I believe it's called. And if you didn't get a certain score, you wouldn't persist to high school. I don't know how I did it. It was like God and blew me to 9th grade because I was like, how am I gonna make it? It was that serious. So I was blessed to go to high school outside of my hood. At that time, I was supposed to go to Calumet, but I went to a different school. And because I started, I'm like, it's a new phase. High school's a new ground. It's an understanding. I started to believe that there's something in me that's different. That regardless of my family, my situation, at that time my education was horrible, it's a new ground. And for some of you all, you're about to graduate high school in the next few months, and you're about to walk into new ground. Juniors, you're about to walk into your senior, which is a new ground. For some of you all, it can be a fresh start and really pursuing the colleges that you want and the education that you want. Because I started to believe and pursue, I graduated high school. Not only did I graduate number 6 in my class with a 4.2 GPA. Because there was a mind shift. It was something to me where I had to shift the way I was thinking. Because I thought my family had to validate me. I thought my school had to validate me. And yes, those things can be helpful, but I had to validate myself to say, I am great, I am powerful, I am mighty, I can do it. Because of those things, I started to believe, I started to pursue. I graduated college. Because I really started to see that my reach, my vision, my passion can touch hundreds. At 24, 25 years old, I was blessed to go to Washington, D.C. and serve our country within the White House. I was an intern in the presidential advance office where I was able to travel this great country at 24, 25. This little boy from Inglewood, raised in Auburn and Gresham, barely made it out of elementary school, neglect, abuse, all those different things, was in one of the powerful houses in this country, the first black president. It was so great that after 4 months of interning, they hired me on as a staff person, where I was able to travel this country, do presidential advance work. And while doing that work, one of my trips was to Oklahoma City at Tinker Air Force Base. And one of the generals was like, Derrick, we love your service. Thank you for your commitment to serving our country, your work ethic, which is my persistence. Like, I understood that I had to take my education in my own hands and really pursue that thing. I received this thank you card. But because I didn't let this stop me, that I failed 3rd grade, that I was reading and behind academically, I pursued this and got my master's. But the question, who or what is stopping you from pursuing your dreams, your goals, your ambitions? Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's gonna be easy, because it definitely was not easy for me. It's gonna be some trials, gonna be some tribulations, gonna be some trips, but the thing is, will you stand up? Those questions I asked at the beginning, will it be a positive or a negative reaction? The only thing in life you can't control is how you respond to it. You can't control the things that happen. You can control the things you allow to happen, but you can't control everything that happens in your life. So regardless of who tells you you can't, you're no good, you're not valuable, you're not loved, let's switch that around. Collaborate with a different circle of friends. Use that thing of persistence with your teachers, your advisors, your principals, your community. This school is in Auburn Gresham. This thing birthed me. Auburn Gresham community made me who I am. How can you use these things they tell you on everyday reflection, understanding your past, looking at your present, and forecasting your future? So the question is, are you going to conduct C.P.R. on yourself? That's what they teach you all every day, that collaboration, that persistence, that reflection. How can you all take that definition of C.P.R. and really look at all the words in it, involving what do you need to be a part of? That thing of repeating, that sometimes you may have to start over and try again and keep trying till you get it right. That thing of performance, like not just in the classroom, but in everyday life. What can you start doing better, juniors? What can you start doing better, seniors, as you prepare for college? How can you support this community, your peers, to be powerful, to be great, to be mighty? And that last one, suffered. Every one of us in here has a story. The thing is, how are you going to use that to perpetuate you to the next level in life? So, as I close, I'm going to play another song. You all may have never heard this one, but I'm going to play it in the background as I close. It's Back Common from Chicago. I love everything Chicago. And in this song, it's called Letters to the Free. And he talks about being free out of your mind, like not allowing anything to hold you back. Because these 3 things I'm going to leave you with, every one of you in this room is birthed for a reason. There's a reason for your existence. You are destined to be great. Everyone has the opportunity to be successful, but your journey towards success will be different. I'm going to sit here and tell you. Your journey towards success will be different. But that last one, you have a light on you that you need to allow walk with you every day. So my brothers, my sisters, my kings, my queens, let that light shine. Because you are powerful. You are birthed with the purpose. You are destined for greatness. You have a light that shines, so shine on. So thank you all, and clap it up for yourselves. This has been the journey from C.P.R. to pursuit.